Recently, I put up a video reviewing the LitPro and whether or not I thought it was worth the money. And if you need another selling point, the LitPro just made a huge one. The addition of a GoPro option. What's up everybody, I'm Mitch. Thanks for checking out another YouTube video. In today's video, we're talking all about the new update for the LitPro system, which now allows you to sync a GoPro Hero 5 or higher. Now in my previous video about the LitPro system, I talked about the good, the bad, things you might want to keep in mind if you're looking at getting one. And it's actually pretty cool. It's lightweight, it's accurate, it's pretty awesome. But allowing us to use a GoPro, as far as I'm concerned, is a bit of a game changer. You no longer need their GPS device, which costs about the same as a GoPro. So I'm pretty excited about this. Let's roll the intro and let's find out how we're gonna do this. Now this is a big step forward for LitPro, and I suspect they're going to gain a ton of users because of it. The process for a GoPro is a little convoluted, but it seems to work. First, you'll need a LitPro account. It's easy to set up, just follow the website instructions and you'll be set. Next, once you have your GoPro data, which is the video, you'll need to download the app onto your computer. They have an app for both the Mac and Windows, which is pretty awesome. Once you have the app downloaded onto your computer, you need to authenticate it. Then you open it, and you're ready to add your GoPro data. Now this is where it gets a little bit convoluted, but stick with me here because I'm telling you, it's really worth it. Now there are two things you want to keep in mind when you're looking at using your GoPro with the LitPro app, the MX app. First of all, you're going to need an iPhone or an iPad to do it. You still need the Apple, the Mac system to run these things. That won't run on the Android phone, so you are still going to need those. And secondly, keep in mind that GoPro, when you put footage on these things, if you go over 4 gigabytes, it makes like 4 gigabyte files. So for example, the other day I did 27 laps on a track. It came out to about 43 minutes. On the GoPro footage, it actually split it up into multiple things. So when you're grabbing those and dragging them, dropping them into that app that you have on your computer, keep in mind you're gonna select multiple of them and drag them all in at the same time. Otherwise, you're just gonna get a chunk of that that you're actually gonna be able to see the data on. So drag them all in there at one time. Now, once you drag and drop your files, you'll see it processing. Then you'll get a notification on your MX app on your phone or your iPad. You'll need to switch back to the app on that and go from there. You just go to Add Session, hit Past Syncs on the GoPro, and then select the track configuration you rode on, and you're all done. Your GoPro has successfully been used to measure the same metrics that the LitPro GPS device was, and actually a couple more. In fact, it's better. The XGPS that I received from LitPro just recently doesn't measure the jump height or distance. There's a few things it's missing, which is kind of a bogus deal because that wasn't mentioned to me when I was going to buy it. Now, if you can get through that, it's actually pretty easy to use, but there are a couple things that you should keep in mind when you're looking at syncing your GoPro with the LitPro stuff so that you can get the best use out of it. Now, for a quicker file processing, you'll need a smaller video file size. So if you're not interested in getting the video and you just want the benefits of the GPS, you could just put a piece of tape over your camera lens, creating a smaller file. That'll allow it to process it pretty quickly. Obviously, this means you're not going to get any of the cool video from your session, but it will speed up the writing and allow you to see the metrics quicker. Next, to get the best GPS performance for your camera, it should be mounted upright with a clear view of the sky. If you mount your camera upside down or in some silly position, it'll have a serious impact on the GPS signal. The same goes for mounting it in a spot on your body where it could potentially be blocked from receiving a signal from the satellites above. That can mess with the metrics that you actually get from the GoPro. One of the problems that I found when trying to sync with a video overlay was it seemed like the GoPro and the GPS just didn't seem to line up. I would line up the metrics over a jump or a certain section on the track, and then when I went to sync it, over time it would just fall out of sync. Like, it just couldn't keep up. So yes, there are a few obstacles to overcome when you're going to sync your GoPro with the LitPro stuff instead of just pulling that data from a GPS device. But in my mind, they're pretty insignificant and they are well worth it. You get to have the really cool video with the addition of having all the metrics that this thing will measure. I didn't even know that GoPro did all that. I didn't know it did GPS and jump height and distance and all that stuff. I had no idea. I thought it just did really cool video. So hats off to LitPro once again for coming up a really creative idea. That being said, if you have one of these or if you're looking at picking one up, I have the Hero Black 7. It's really good. It does 2.7K video. It's pretty smooth, stabilization, that kind of stuff. So you don't necessarily have to go out and get the latest one, which when I made this video is the GoPro Hero 9 now. So you don't necessarily need that. You can get away with getting a cheaper one. Even the Hero 5 will work with the system, but my experience with the Hero 7 Black, it's a great GoPro. It works really well, and it's going to get you what you need. So with all that said, get out there, get some GoPro footage, hit some comments. Let me know what you're using. Let me know if you find it to work well, if you find any hiccups or glitches with it. Let's share in the comments below and we can work through this stuff together. I hope you liked the video. I hope it helped you in some way. If so, smash that subscribe button for me. You know I appreciate it. I always do. If I get to see you out there, I hope to see you shredding it. And if not, stay safe, ride safe, and I'll see you in the next video.